Here. Edgar offered Alessandra his fork with a piece of everything for her to try. We have the same food on our plates, Edgar. I do not need for you to offer me anything from your plate, Alessandra said, then placed her own fork with food in her mouth. The food will taste better coming from my fork. Let me test it out. Offer me some of your food. He placed his fork down. I am not feeding you, Edgar. It will taste the same. Seen other couples do this a lot. I've been forced to listen to their cringy tales, and now it is my turn to experience it. You have food on your face. Edgar looked for a napkin to wipe it away for her. Which side? Here. Edgar wiped the side of her mouth. I've seen couples wipe food from their partners' mouths and then eat it. Never expect that from me. Alessandra didn't find that to be heartwarming, as it most likely was for actual couples. I would never want you to do that, Edgar. Thank you. She took the napkin from him after he wiped her mouth. Why are you suddenly interested in what other couples do? Is it because of what you said last night? Partially. It has to do with what you said about never getting married. I will swallow my pride and let you experience what other young women enjoy when it comes to romance. When I have free time, I will do what I can to make sure you enjoy this marriage. I'm also trying to cheer you up after the people you ran into at the ball spoiled the night, even though you don't want to admit it, said Edgar. Thank you, but I do not want you to act out of character by doing things you've seen other couples do. It's freaking me out. I'm already enjoying my marriage, Edgar. I'm getting to do a lot of things I have always dreamt about. So please. She placed her own hand over his own. Do not try making us do cringy things. She felt something warm in her chest, seeing Edgar make an effort to act like a husband would when he truly did not need to. Alessandra never thought mentioning she never expected herself to get married would lead to Edgar doing this. That's a relief. Edgar sat back in his chair. But I am still interested in feeding each other. Feed me, Alessandra, just once. Alessandra sighed, giving in to his wishes. Only once, Edgar. It will not become a usual occurrence. She placed the scrambled eggs on her fork and offered them to Edgar. We will see if that remains the same tomorrow morning. Your husband is a man who always gets what he wants. He opened his mouth and happily ate the eggs from her fork. I have to agree that there is a slight difference in the taste. I disagree. And no, I do not want to test it out. I'm finished. She placed her fork down on her almost empty plate and stood up. I will start organizing everything we need to paint with. I will come along with you. Edgar stood up from his seat. I am eager to witness your love for painting. I must warn you that I have never painted a day in my life. I never saw it to be interesting. Why not? How can it not be fun to see something wonderful and then try to recreate it or add to its beauty with your imagination? If not for painting, I would have been bored out of my mind. It is the one thing I have to be thankful to my father for. He gave me the paint and canvas, even though the Baroness was against it. I do know he only gave it to me so that I would have something to make me stay in my room. Alessandra continued to speak. That was how I came to see you the day after the party. I told him I wanted to go around the city in the carriage to find new things to paint. I was not supposed to get out. Clever girl. Had he stopped you from leaving that day, you would not have been here right now. I certainly would not have gone looking for you that day. Your determination to get here is what convinced me. The Baron was not a step ahead of you as he thought. The Baroness is preparing for his funeral. Are you sure you do not want to attend? Edgar would not judge if she wanted to. Good or bad, Desmond was still her father. Yes. I have already come to terms with his death, and it wouldn't be right for me to attend his funeral after I have not contributed to the cost. I do not want to be anywhere near Katrina and Kate. They will put on a show at his funeral, just like they did at the ball if I were to attend. I have a feeling my father is screaming at me for allowing you to end him so soon.
The Baroness must be on top of the world, because she will now take care of the household and everything else the Baron owned. But, as the funeral draws near, a problem she was not expecting will arise.
Edgar grinned, wishing to be a fly on the wall to witness it. What? Alessandra looked to Edgar for an explanation.
Your father's family will gather in one place, looking to see what they can gain from your father's death. Do you truly believe they will sit still and let Katrina own everything your father left behind? They won't help her with the debt, but they will certainly take valuable things off her hands.
Edgar heard many stories of this happening and witnessed it once before. That is a horrible thing to do to someone who lost a loved one.
I will make sure you never have to go through something like that. I have 2 plans. 1, I try my best to die after you.
Edgar said and held back from smiling when Alessandra frowned.
2, I simply document that only you and our children can touch what I own after I have passed.
Why couldn't the latter be the only option? Alessandra sighed. I do not need this blue one. It was in style 2 seasons ago, and I should have gotten rid of it sooner. That doesn't mean you can sell it for too cheap, James. The daughter of a baron wore it, and whoever is buying it should be thankful for the price I'm selling it for. They wouldn't have been able to buy it at the original cost. Kate tossed a blue dress onto the floor for a maid to pick up and pack.
I understand. What about this red dress?
James held up another dress for Kate to decide whether she wanted to sell or keep it. After the Baroness and Kate returned from the ball, Kate ordered James to have all her dresses, shoes, and bags brought down to be inspected. He had no clue what happened at the ball for her to order him to do this as soon as she got home, but James felt someone wore a better dress than Kate. That can stay. Although it is old, it looks exceptionally well on me, and the dressmaker no longer makes this style. Dresses like this will always be in style because of how rare they are. Have it sent back to my closet. I'm tired. Kate fell back into the comfort of a chair. As soon as these things have been sold, bring the money to me, James. I will go shopping the next day. You are surprisingly determined, Kate. I should give you a reward for doing this rather than prolonging it. I will take you shopping after your father's funeral. Thanks to some of the belongings we sold, I have managed to pay off one of his smaller debts. Our only worry is paying off William so that man will not visit us anymore. Katrina sighed, placing a paper to the side. I might have no choice but to dip into my own money. I will have to claim an old relative took pity and gave us a large sum of money. It hurts my heart to see Kate sell her clothes. Katrina sighed. She didn't want Kate to become like what she was, constantly worrying about money and being looked down on. He has called off the debt, Mother. We should just find a way to hand over Alessandra to him and get it over with. By the way, shouldn't the Duke have brought proper gifts before marrying Alessandra? Don't tell me he is cheap. Mother, everything will be all right after we bury Father in 2 days' time. You have managed to pay off his debts better than he could. You're awesome. Kate held up her thumb to offer her mother support. Katrina smiled, feeling cheered up by Kate's words. Each time you compliment me, there's something you want. What is it? You can reward me with a new bag. There is someone who provides beautiful bags to the princess. I want one.
A bag worn by the princess cannot be cheap. They will get out of debt only to fall back into it. At least the Baroness has started to pay me properly, James thought. Excuse me, Lady Kate. I think there is someone at the door. James left the mess Kate created in the dining room with her dresses to check the door after he was certain he heard a knock.
It must be the paper. I've been dying to read what was said about the ball last night. Mother, there is something I wish to discuss with you about our cook. You see...
Baroness, Lady Kate, the Marquis is here to pay a visit. James returned with the said man right behind him. The Marquis? Katrina looked to Kate, who was just as equally shocked as she was. Her eyes drifted to the mess of clothes Kate had scattered around on the floor. Why wouldn't James take the man somewhere else? Please call me Simon instead of my title. I'm sorry for intruding when you are... Simon paused to look around at the mess of clothes. Busy. I came to visit your daughter, Kate Barrett. I thought it would be best if I paid a visit to properly apologize for spilling my drink on her last night. You did? I wasn't made aware of this. Katrina side-eyed Kate. This wasn't something anyone should forget to mention. The Marquis would make a fine choice for Kate to marry. His wealth would take them far out of the financial hole they were in now. It is kind of you to visit her. I have to apologize for the state of our home. Kate is looking for clothes to donate. Is she? How wonderful. Simon turned to Kate. I admire that even in these times you are thinking about others.
It is how my mother raised me.
Kate smiled. She sat up in her seat to look poised.
I hit the gold when he spilled his drink on me. Wait till everyone hears he paid me a visit.
I'm sure they could make good money being actresses, James thought as he listened to the conversation. I'm sure you would love to have a private conversation with Kate. Go on, sweetie. I will take care of your clothes for you. You can take Simon, to have a seat in the garden. James will bring a refreshing drink to keep you cool. Go on, Katrina said. She gave Kate a look not to mess up this golden opportunity.
Please follow me, Simon. There truly was no need for you to visit because of the drink. I got over it quickly last night, as it was simply an accident. I find it hard to process that you came all this way because of that. Not many others would do that. You are too kind.
Kate complimented Simon as they walked to the garden. If only he had mentioned visiting last night, she would have dolled herself up. Still, it was good for him to see how wonderful she looked when she wasn't dressed up. Not too many had the beauty to do this. How can I simply forget about it after almost ruining how beautiful you looked at the ball? I felt so guilty that I contemplated visiting your home after the ball. Simon chuckled.
No way.
Kate covered her mouth and faked a laugh.
Rest assured, I have forgiven you. I'm not one to hold on to things from the past. My father's death has taught me that life is too short to remain angry about small things.
The Baron was a good man, and he raised a fine young lady. I hope this doesn't sound bad, but I believe it is fate that I accidentally spilled my drink on you. I am quite curious about you, Kate. I have not stopped thinking about you all night. Is there anyone who has captured your eye? Are you soon to be engaged to anyone? Simon asked as he wanted to court her. Even though her family situation was not the best right now, he wanted to get to know her better. And if they were a good match, he wanted to marry her. Kate's eyes lit up as she knew where this conversation was going. If only it had been this easy with Edgar. Simon did not compare to Edgar in terms of looks or wealth, but he would do.
The only man to capture my eyes is now married, and no one has come forward to court me. There must be something wrong with me. She forced a sad expression. He must have been blind. Simon held Kate's hand and stopped walking. But I am not. From this day on, I will court you, Kate Barrett. What is it?
It is obviously a flower, Alessandra.
Alessandra tilted her head to the left to see what Edgar was seeing, and then tilted her head to the right. What kind of flower is it? It doesn't look like any I have seen in your garden. Is it a rare flower?
Are you teasing me, Alessandra? It is a simple blue flower. You see the petals here, the stem and leaves here.
Edgar pointed out the obvious. He clearly saw the vision of the flower he painted. Alessandra looked again and even squinted her eyes in hopes of seeing the flower painted. Nothing on the canvas before them resembled a flower. Well done.
Do not compliment me when you do not see that it is a flower. I told you, I have never had any interest in painting. We cannot all be able to paint flowers in a vase as you have, but I believe my painting is more artistic.
Well, it is all about perspective. I see a bunch of circles and lines, but you see a flower. You have to sign it now, and then we can find a space to hang it up. I'll get you a new canvas to actually draw a flower this time. Alessandra left Edgar's side.
You are quite sassy today, Alessandra. Why are you being so cruel to someone who is not a professional painter? Is this your way of getting back at me for teasing you all the time? Please get out of my way.
Edgar ordered the kittens, who were hell-bent on playing with his feet.
Alessandra, please come for these little creatures.
I do not understand why they have taken a liking to you when I have been feeding and cleaning them along with Sally. Maybe they are both females and have fallen for your face. It won't matter if I move them. They will run back to your feet. Jealous, Alessandra muttered.
I bet if I stepped on their tails, they'd...
Edgar! Alessandra sprung around and walked back to Edgar's side. You cannot hurt them. I will place them in a box to keep them out of trouble, or maybe they should go with Sally. Would you like that? Ow! She pulled away her finger after the white kitten scratched her. Why are your claws so sharp already?
That is for not seeing that my painting is a flower. Well done,
Edgar said to the kitten. They are meant to be my kittens. Why is he teaming up with them against me? Alessandra thought as she rubbed around the small scratch on her hand. Since the two of you are so close, please place them in a box or open the door and hand them to Sally. I do not want to be scratched again. Alessandra left Edgar's side. You are blessed to have any and everything falling in love with you.
How could anyone look at this face and not fall in love with me? It's a blessing and a curse. That is what we should call the kittens. The white one will be named Blessing and the black one will be Cursed.
Absolutely not. I am going to find better names that suit them shortly. I'll hang this up for you. Alessandra replaced Edgar's painting of a flower with a blank canvas. I will have a wall dedicated to just your paintings and another with mine. We can place them in a way to show our progress the more we paint. That is, if you will have more time to paint in the future.
I can make time for something like this, Alessandra. I work at home, unless there is something concerning the missing girls. In no time, I will become a better painter than you are. Let me help you.
Edgar walked over to where Alessandra had been tiptoeing to place his canvas on a hook. He placed one hand on her waist, while the other took the canvas from her and hung it up.
It is not bad to ask for help.
Do you ask anyone for help? It seems like you always have everything under control. Who do you go to when you need help? Alessandra continued looking forward. Once again, the feeling from last night returned as Edgar's other hand made its way to her waist. There was no need for him to hold her any longer when the canvas was already hung up.
There are some things I cannot predict or control, and I need help from those around me. I ask Alfred for help many times, and there is a rare occasion where Tobias is useful. You have helped me get rid of annoying pests by marrying me. If there is ever a moment when I need your help, I can come to you, right?
He asked, dangerously close to her right ear. Alessandra felt a tingle by her right ear as she felt Edgar's words against her skin. Of course, I would love to be helpful to you in the future. We should get back to painting right now.
Why? There is plenty of time for us to continue painting. We have to take a moment to think about what we are going to paint next.
He repeated the words she told him when they started to paint.
I would love it if you could teach me how to paint an ear as red as the one right in front of me.
He grinned right before leaning down to lick the back of her neck. Alessandra's face warmed up, and to escape Edgar teasing her once again, she moved her hands to try pushing him back, but ended up elbowing him in his stomach.
Damn it, woman!
Edgar released her waist and hunched over to get over the sudden pain.
If you are determined to wound every inch of me, just say that.
That was your fault for suddenly licking me. But I apologize. Does it hurt really bad? Alessandra started to worry she might one day break Edgar with the number of times she accidentally injured him.
I fear you might need to kiss the pain away.